So here I am walking through downtown Kolasin, the morning of the race. Got up around 3. Not a lot of sleep, but decent sleep. Race start is at 5. A little Moby on the sound system this morning. I think the issue today is going to be the heat, because the sun is brutal here. And there have been heat warnings all week, so. Okay, I don't know if these guys are the send-off or the welcome committee. Anyway, official start dogs. Just getting close to dawn. We're under what looks to be an aqueduct, a walkway. All right, I'm here with Nicholas.
Good morning.
Going up the first climb of the day. Let's see.
We have more than 25,000 patients.
Another fantastic view. Hey, this is the first fairly steep climb up. Beautiful morning. All right, gonna stop and enjoy the glorious view here, man. Looks like we're going up that ridge. Yes, a bunch of local guys are here. They're up ahead of me. Nicholas is back there. And I don't know who else is coming up in this group here. Picking away along this rocky ridge here. It's going slow. Now we're winding up through this forested area. Very similar to what you find on the East Coast. Well, we've got some spectacular views up here. And there you see some of the folks up at the top of the ridge there. Okay, that's the way we've come up. You see the guy in the red, and there's the little town of Kolasin below. And then we've got to climb along this ridge or mountain spine for a while still. But it is gorgeous up here, man. Gorgeous. Now look at these gorgeous purple flowers here. This is spectacular. So every once in a while you gotta look behind you. So we started out there in that little town, climbed up that mountain ridge to where we are here. We're almost near the top of this one. There's a cross up there, so maybe that's the highest point. We'll see. Hey guys, what's the name of this mountain, do you know?
Bjelisica.
Bjelisica? Oh, okay.
Like name
Thank
of
you.
trail.
Okay. And you guys, your names? Just curiosity.
Peter.
Peter?
Yes.
And
Difficult name.
okay.
Gregory.
Gregory.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Something like
yes,
that.
Something like that.
I'm Robert. We go down that. Don't know if going down is any easier than going up. Okay, now it looks like we are headed up this thing. This is the building at the top. I think that's our aid station. Next climb. I think it's Kapela Kujic or Kujic aid station. Really nice. All sorts of good stuff here. Closer view of the chapel. And we are headed that way. Okay, we're about 7.5 miles in. Altitude's around 6,000 feet. And running along this dirt road here. Gorgeous view. I gotta say, the views for this race are spectacular. And you don't have to do a ton of technical running either to get those. And look at this, huh? How's that? Look at the roofs on this farm. Very interesting, very unique. Bunch of bulls here, keeping their distance though. It's good. So I wonder what that building is up there. I'm about 10 miles into this race and I had some major climbs done, but I'm a little tired right now. So I'm gonna go a little slow for a bit and see how things feel. Looks like maybe that's our aid station there, little mountain huts. I just passed a ski station a while back. Okay, this is Bjelisica mountain. This is the Janketić aid station, and obviously a little ski area. I'm good. You know it. An old APC up here from the 70s or 80s, they say. Okay, we are coming up on about 6,500 feet here at the top of this mountain, and this thing is almost straight up. Okay, I got off this section where there was a bit of scree and talus, not that much. It wasn't like Kranjska Jat, UTMB Jat, where you're just climbing up it for a mile and a half. So now I'm on this road. Looks like maybe all the way to the top. Guys, this has to be one of the most beautiful races I've ever done. This here looks like a military facility of some sort. Not sure. No trespassing. No photography. Alright, there's a gorgeous little lake down there. I had to take my hat off on this. I went over to the other side of the ridge, and it has been exceptionally windy over here. So, kept the hat off until it dies down. So this is Bjelisica Lake, and looks like the next aid station is there, about 1 kilometer away. Jeez, will you look at this, huh? That is incredible. So I had my own little cheering team. Those little kids back there on by the lake. Anyway, spectacular. All right, I think we're heading back up now. So just finished climbing up, or not, I am in the process of climbing up from the lake. Gorgeous. Okay, so I just passed through an aid station. Apparently that used to be a TV tower. Now it's going to be a NATO base back there. So this is the highest point in the course. At about 6,500 feet, there's that tower, NATO base. And I think we're about to head down now. So we're about 17 miles in, about 5 hours and 15 minutes or so total elapsed time on the race. All right, guys, I put the camera away too soon. Will you look at this lake up here? Beautiful mountain lake. Lord, everywhere I'm turning around, there's incredible scenery. That is a beautiful massif there. All right, we're headed down. Okay, another thing I have to say about this race is I've never seen so much varied plant life. So now we're headed through all of these, looks like firs here. Anyway, so we're a little over mile 18 here. We were just coming, or I should say I was just coming down a fairly steep section, lots of loose rock. But I would say nothing like the Massanuttons. That's on another level. So I just passed a whole bunch of sheep that were all huddled underneath some trees because it is getting warm. Sun's out. Some sort of camp or something, it looks like. I'm about 2.3 miles out from Janketić station. That is where next aid station is. Ooh, feel a bit fatigued. But hopefully things will turn around in a little bit. Shradsko Groboji. Whoa, fantastic view again. Yeah. But I'm glad to be done with that climb. That was an MF. So, about 7 hours and 15 minutes into the race, I just passed another aid station. Wasn't expecting it. And as it turns out, that one was there in lieu of Janketić camp, which I still have yet to reach. But, well, anyway, stocked up. They have interesting selection. Well, not interesting. They have a good selection of stuff here. Salty snacks, cookies, watermelon, bananas, prosciutto, cheese, nuts, that kind of stuff. I think it's a good variety, and probably better than I've seen at UTMB. Here we have an incredible view. A little bench to enjoy it by. All right, I'm about 23 miles in right now. So there's Camp Janketić. Obviously, you're not going to put an aid station there. Well, beautiful view. Looks like a pleasant little cafe here. This is for Camp Janketić. So I'm at a section in the race where we've got this road coming down, but the route doesn't take the road. The route follows these little... It cuts off all the switchbacks, so it's super steep. Tough on the quad. This section of the race goes along this lake. And a lot of people down here. In this section, not. And it has been very rocky and rooty up until now. But, so slow going here. This race has a little bit of everything. Even got the wooden walkway through here, down by the lake. I ran into Nicholas back at the aid station. So the climb up Golish has been super steep and nothing but all sorts of blowdowns. And I've discovered I have the plastic caps on my poles because they've been slipping, haven't been biting in. So anyway, I put the camera away. Okay, lens was dirty, last take. Anyway, that climb up Golish was brutal. 1,000 feet per mile. And I had forgotten and left the plastic tips on my poles. So the poles weren't biting. Whew. Anyway, I think this is the last climb. There was an 11-hour cutoff for it. I'm about half a kilometer from where the cutoff is. I got plenty of margin. But here we are, got some views again. I was talking to the woman at the aid station back there. She was mentioning a race in Bosnia in June that she recommended. She also did JAT last year, the 50K. Okay, the last little bit of this race is down a dirt road. I've got about 2 miles to the final aid station, and I've been told that it's mostly this, like this, and there's some forest trails. There's another fantastic view. Can't complain about that. All right. It's a lot of off-camber, very grassy stuff. Oh, I forgot to mention, seeing nettles back on that climb up Golish too. So, good times. It's getting a bit warm and humid, as you can see. In the last 2.5 miles of the race, feel okay. I got a little of my mojo back after that climb. Okay, we're in the final couple of miles of the race, headed down into Kolasin. Steep, rocky section here. That's another incredible view. That's the town of Kolasin down below. All right, I think this is another one of these deals where there's a switchback going down the mountain, but we're not taking that. We're going straight up and down. All right, guys. About to finish. All right, guys. Hey. Thanks, guys. Hey. Good work, guys.